Joining us in the studio today is Jose Antonio Vargas. Let's talk about hashtag white people and Define American. It's a nonprofit organization intended to open up dialogue who are Americans. Okay, Amerikano ka ba? Hindi, di ba?
Sabi nila, I mean, I'm an American. I just don't have the right papers to show you.
So wala kang papeles pero Amerikano ka. So what makes you American?
Because this is my home. This is where I grew up. This is what informs the way I think about the world. This is where I built my life.
Anong masasabi mo sa mga taong sinasabi, well, get in line, dude. Why are you cutting the line?
Which is so fascinating to me because this is the big irresponsibility of the media, that the American public seems to think that all we have to do is walk up to some building, get a flipboard, fill out a form, get in line, and bump somebody off. I'm sorry, this is not like applying for a driver's license. This is an incredibly complicated process. I'd be more than happy to wait in line. I'd be happy if you want me to wait for 20, 25 years. And that's why I find it really interesting, you know, like undocumented people in this country are fighting for something that many Americans take for granted. I bet you that there are many undocumented people in this country who actually show Americans what it is to be an American. Because it's a fight. It's not just something that lands in your lap. How many Filipinos do we have here in America? Ang dami na they have, you know, legal permanent residence. See? They have a green card, but they never bother to become American citizens.
Marami. Bakit?
And then when they become American citizens, they never bother to vote. Do you know that Asian people, including Filipinos, are the least likely to give to philanthropy? We're the least likely to actually be civically involved. We're the least likely to actually vote.
Okay,
so don't talk to me about like, and that's what I find so interesting. Don't talk to me about how embarrassed you are of me being here illegally. I'm embarrassed of you not participating in the process, right? I mean, to be perfectly honest, right?
Yes. Call it out, Jose. Call it out.
Pero naman, isipin mo naman, there's more to being Filipino in America than buying a nice house, driving a nice car, and sending balikbayan boxes home. I mean, seriously. Like, how are we... Can you imagine if Filipinos only, just in California alone, just in California and Hawaii alone.
Which this comes out in Hawaii?
Imagine if Filipinos in California and Hawaii actually just got really organized and voted.
Yeah. We could
you know,
get our issues out there.
We only have one person representing us in the legislature, Rob Bonta, for the first time. One. How is that acceptable?
Oo, at ang dami pa natin
2 million
dito.
Filipinos in California. I mean, we could swing elections.
Exactly.
I mean, there are more voters in California potentially than there are black voters in California.
Okay, so speaking about, you know,
black people.
These colors,
yes.
Bakit white people nga?
So, since starting Define American 4 years ago, our goal was to elevate how we talk about immigration. And since then, I've done more than 470 events in 45 states in 210 college campuses in 4 years.
Okay, so you've been out there.
I'm not running for office, but you know, I'm a reporter at heart, and so I really wanted to know what I'm dealing with, right? In terms of people's information and what they know about this issue. And what I've really realized, which is why I made Documented and then I made White People, until people see immigration as a personal issue, we're not going to get anywhere. So long as it stays in a very political space, Republican, Democrat, border, amnesty, whatever, nothing is going to change. So for me, making White People, one of the reasons why I wanted to make it was to ask white people, well, wait a second, like white is not a country. Where did you come from? Are you from Ireland? Are you from Germany? Are you from Scotland? Are you from Britain? Like, how did you get here? Where did you come from? How did you get here? Who paid?
Yes, I was fascinated when I was able to watch it. Thank you for the invite to watch the documentary, but it's gotten millions of hits.
And what I love about it is actually they just showed it in Australia.
And there is
a sequel.
A sequel on the way. Let's talk about that.
Because for me, though, it's a way to really... Our goal at Define American from the very beginning was to take immigration out of this Latino-Mexican box. Right? I mean, just for an Asian person just to even say I'm undocumented was already for people, oh, I thought it was a Latino issue. They never thought of it as an Asian issue or a black issue. There are so many undocumented Caribbeans and Africans that we don't even talk about. I meet so many undocumented white people who feel really guilty. They're undocumented German, undocumented British people, but because they're white, nobody ever asks them and nobody ever wonders if they have papers, right? So it's really a much more global issue. And for me, talking about whiteness is a key to unpacking it, you know, and make it about, wait a second, like, how did you get here?
Yeah.
What papers did your ancestors have? There was a time in this country when all you had to do was show up with a birth certificate, and they gave you land, you know. And that's why I think let's bring you back to Filipino American history. I find it really, really interesting. I mean, look, Filipinos are incredibly proud of our culture, but we're also very Americanized, almost to the point of we kind of put our head down and, like, you know, like, we don't want to rock the boat too much.
We like to assimilate.
We like to assimilate.
Quiet lang.
Quiet lang. I mean, that's why you don't see a lot of, you know, there's
people
not,
like you in media. That's why.
Pero ang iniisip ko naman, like, Filipinos have been in America before there was an America, right? We were in Louisiana helping people how to fish.
Exactly.
We were in Hawaii. We were in California.
We were in Alaska.
And then, of course, the history of American occupation of the Philippines. I was in North Carolina, a year ago, show documented. And at the end, this man got up. And when I said that there's 4 million Filipinos in the United States, including Manny Pacquiao, this man said, why are there so many of you here?
Okay.
And he didn't say that in a nice way, right?
So you're always meeting these people that in your face want to spit on you, really.
But to me, that's what I have to do, right? I have to really preach beyond the choir.
And push.
And push, right? In the most polite way I can.
All right. So we have Jose here. He's being himself, which is great. He's really talking about the issues. You know, here on Kababayan today, we want to be able to inform, educate the Filipino Americans. That's why we do this show. So thank you, Jose, for being here. When we return, we have a surprise for Jose. We'll be right back.